really don't like genres, and I've never felt like, because my music doesn't really fit. You could say the closest thing it would be was jazz, but it doesn't totally fit into jazz, especially not jazz in San Diego. There's a little bit of rock, there's, you know, I grew up listening to heavy metal, things like that. There's all these different things. I don't like the idea of fusion either, but I feel like, you know, I just create music, why do you have to put a label on it? My intro to music, or how I get into certain things, is just to listen to it. Sometimes I hate things. Sometimes I hate things for many years. Sometimes I love it immediately, and 2 weeks later I don't like it at all. I have very different sort of responses to what I listen to. But I always try and listen to things a few times. You know, if I feel that it's important enough that I should listen to it, I listen to it a few times. The first hearing is always interesting. The third hearing is even more interesting. 10 times in, you have a completely different take on what it is. People, to understand it, you know, people have to know a genre. I remember I used to go to this teriyaki place in Encinitas, and I was talking to the guy that worked there, and he found out I was a musician. He said, "Oh, what kind of music do you like?" And he says, without even letting me respond, he says, "I'm into trance music." That's the only music he'll listen to. And I said, "Okay, well, that's interesting. I play music. I don't really have a name for what I do." The series is called Encinitas and Everything After. It's a 5-volume work of 25 compositions, 5 compositions on each CD, 5 CDs. And it's basically sort of an in-depth look into your hometown and how you view the world. Sort of through my eyes, but giving people different ideas of different ways of viewing the world. So you have simple looks like the walled garden, which is a little garden that Ruth Larrabee left to the city of Encinitas. You have these massive pieces like Los Bataquitos, which is written dedicated to the lagoon just on the north end of Encinitas. So it gives a pretty wide view of an area that I grew up in and sort of how I view the world. Diego. That's how it's been since I've been doing this, and you know, I know many people have been doing this since the 70s and 80s and putting on music in these kind of spaces. There's so much music out there, and there's so much stuff, and I find it amazing that anybody has time to listen to my music or any other music. I mean, there's so many things, and you imagine how many bands and how many records get put out every day. It kind of boggles the mind. I found that like when I get too much attention, like my work suffers. Not that I want to be in anonymity, not that I don't want people to hear my music. I do want people to hear my music, but I definitely don't, you know, I have no sort of hunger for the spotlight. You know, I'd like to just keep working, have some people hear my music, but not have to deal with all the rigmarole that comes with that. It's kind of scary when I realize like how many generations there are of people that are younger than me that are doing great things. Not scary, scary good. Like I kind of wonder where the years went, and I'm very excited that like these things, these, you know, new recruits keep coming in, which I'm very down for.